Sacramento, California, the backdrop for the Timberwolves. He plays like a guard at a big man position. Karl Anthony Towns will be looking to carry his team as they get ready for tip-off at Golden One Center. Timberwolves, Kings. We'll be right back for the tip.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining us. We'll watch the Minnesota Timberwolves in this one as they go up against the Sacramento Kings. A lot of adversity lately for the Kings. They're struggling through some mid-season doldrums at this point. It's been a ragged patch of the schedule for them lately. The franchise, Karl Anthony Towns, obviously a phenomenal scorer, can rebound. Where does he go from here, Kenny?
Is that the new nickname you're giving him? The franchise?
Well, he is kind of their franchise.
I didn't know. There's a lot of guys. Well, he says he wants to be the best player, To come anywhere close to that, you've got to be able to control the game on both ends, though.
When you take on a name like franchise, you have to show the world that you want it. So the question is, do you want it? He has Kevin Garnett mentoring him, so maybe he does want it.
Let us send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach the tip. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a homestand for them. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that Raptors game, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. Well, Clark, midseason rumors now in full session. When a player requests a trade, how strongly do you think that affects team chemistry?
Kevin, I'm all for players voicing their choice and actually having an opportunity to express themselves, but it can be detrimental if a player in the middle of a season makes it known that he's not interested in being there. It can have a terrible effect on team chemistry, in my opinion.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, we've got Malik Beasley. Johnson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Culver, and it's Russell in at the 1. And for the Kings, Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Len out there with Bagley, and it's Bazemore at the 3. Now here's Hield. Johnson with the block. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Towns. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. No good from Beasley. Fox with it. He's picked up by Russell. And the rejection by Towns. And he recovers it. Fox kicks to left. Back to Fox. Tipped away. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Culver. And then Culver with the dunk.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Now Hield. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. Pass to Fox. Feeds to Bagley. The kick out to Fox. Just 4 to shoot. That's tipped. Beasley with the steal. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. He's off on that one. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the King. 4-point game. Count that bucket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Here's Russell following the basket by Buddy Hield. Russell against Bagley. Takes a 3. They get it back. Here's Johnson. Fox with the steal. He kicks to Hield. Fox looking it over. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Russell. Culver's got his second bucket of the night.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over him.
Pass to Bagley. Johnson with the block. They get it back. Timberwolves leading by 4. Beasley outside. Johnson outside. The 3 drops in the tray. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals.
And here is Fox. After James Johnson was able to get the triple. There's the 3. Drills the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here is Russell. He had 16 points in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Culver's shot is off. The Kings trail by 4. Passes it to Bazemore. It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Towns is doubled. A shot by Culver. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And that's now 6 points for Jarrett Culver. And for Sacramento, they're shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. And the last 2 years, Karl Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. Clark, you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. He's better defensively one-on-one, and I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players.
The Kings shooting their first foul shot of the night. Free throw drops for Hield.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Now here's Johnson. He had 19 points in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
The Kings trail by 3. Now here's Hield. He's got 5. And the pass to Fox. From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall. Fox has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Kings. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Outside, Towns. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. A nice shot by Culver.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Fox. He's got 6. Down low. Here's Len. And the rejection by Towns.
A tremendous shot blocker in college, Kevin. Towns has packed that part of his game and brought it with him to the next level.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Here's Bagley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And that's the thing about Bagley. Big, athletic, versatile, very hard to stop without fouling.
The Kings have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. The first one falls. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
5-on-3 break. Bogdanovich wide open. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there, Kevin. Outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
Russell with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Out to the right wing. Here's Culver. And he's way off from outside. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
Joseph, he's checked in for Sacramento.
Oh, I like the craftiness of Parker at finding ways to get into the lane, always looking to punch it down.
Towns kicks to Lehman to stop the run. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game. That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Joseph. Kicks it to Parker. To the middle. Here's Bagley. The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. Third is Karl Anthony Towns.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
That's good from Bagley.
And the game Bagley has reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh, a sweet lefty who plays with force and passion.
And so Bagley nails them both. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Pass to Okogie. Towns up top. From deep. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Towns has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And you see Towns with the big sure hands controlling that putback.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Now here's Parker. His last outing, he had 8 points. Again, the miss by the Kings. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
They now take the lead. Towns has got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, you got to do better to root Towns out of there. I mean, he's a really polished scorer inside.
Joseph dishes to Parker. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
You know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Towns. Clark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell. being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going, and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
That free throw, no good.
Joseph is a guy who's a proven champion and does whatever's asked of him, and that makes him a solid leader on this team.
Omari Spellman has come in for Karl Anthony Towns. And the second free throw, good. Minnesota leading by 3. Here's Spellman. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And it's off the back rim, no good. Nobody near Barnes. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Minnesota's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Layman pass to Spellman. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Good D by Bogdanovich.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the foul called on Omari Spellman. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Sacramento, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Both shots good from the stripe. Minnesota in the lead. He's covered by Joseph. Layman pass to Hernan Gomez. Over Parker. Shots good by Hernan Gomez. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Joseph after the basket by Minnesota. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Spellman with the rebound. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And no good that time. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Good chance here for Barnes. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Hey, when you lay off of Harrison Barnes, he's going to go right up on the catch.
He's covered by Joseph. Pass to Layman. To the inside. Here's Okogie. And that's good. Lead pass to get it done. Okogie's got his second basket of the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now here's Joseph. Outside Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 3. From deep 3-point range. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Goes back up, and he sinks the layup.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
And that does it for the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 5. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen. And I have total confidence in myself every single day I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day, never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Sacramento, Jabari Parker is out there with Bielitsa. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Barnes in at the 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. He brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento, trailing by 10. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game, and that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Here's the floater. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you've got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around, because he wasn't highly touted in college, but I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
The first free throw is good. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Jabari Parker. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Johnson's checked in. On that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Kings trail by 11. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. Dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Timberwolves leading by 10. He's covered by Joseph. And Johnson now top of the key. Shoots over Bazemore. Johnson's shot is off. And the foul called on Amari Spellman. That's foul number 2 for him. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Kings. Fox comes in for Corey Joseph. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. For Sacramento, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And Bazemore kicks to Hield. Len high post. Dishes it to Bazemore. Beasley comes to the double team. Back to Len. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Kings have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Len. So it's the Timberwolves now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Healed against Beasley. Passes it to Fox. There's the call on James Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And here are the Kings now. It's a 10-point game. Bazemore finds Len. Shot clock at 6. Fox with it. Culver covering. Fox goes in. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. An excellent display of speed there.
Here's Russell. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, another turnover there. But, guys, overall, they've taken really good care of the basketball.
And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Kings. Trailing here by 8. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Healed with the bucket.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Russell passes to Beasley. Over Healed, and it's Beasley. That time in the assist by Russell.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Barnes.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Johnson left side. Over Bielitsa. Rebound by Bielitsa.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Bazemore misses.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And here is Fox after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. And here's Bazemore. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Kings getting the bucket. And it's Beasley in the corner. Johnson outside. Over Bielitsa. It's deflected.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Now here's Bazemore. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Off target from three-point range. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
The Kings trail by 10. Outside, Fox. Len's shot is off. Timberwolves are gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Now here's Culver. He's tightly guarded. Bazemore. No one around him. Cans it from downtown.
And the D really on its heels on that possession, didn't know what to do.
Al Russell. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists tonight.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Beasley against Hield. The pass to Fox. Puts it up from 12. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Beasley, here we go. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
Shoot 2.
He misses the free throw.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bagley's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Now, here's Fox. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Lakers.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The drive by Russell, and it's good, 2 points.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Jake Layman's checked in for Johnson.
One shot.
Free throw good, Russell. And beginning his career at the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You've got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Jarrett Culver. For Sacramento, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Sacramento making a switch here. Parker's checked in.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Russell against Fox. Russell inside. Great D that time from Bagley. Bombed up there for Barnes. Timberwolves leading by 5. Russell with it. 8 points for him. Lets the 3 fly. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 6th assist on the night.
Towns has remarkable range for a big guy, and he also has a good sense for when he should shoot those shots.
Sacramento's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Sacramento. They've managed to crawl down to the 9th best record in the conference. And of course the Timberwolves a couple spots below.
And checking out Sacramento, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Kings. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Parker from 18 feet away. Again, Sacramento.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Now, here is Russell. And it's Beasley in the corner. To the wing right side. Offensive rebound. Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, Towns has given them a huge injection of scoring tonight. A fearless, aggressive performance from the big fella.
The Kings trail by 10. Here's Hield. He's got 11. And here is Fox. And the rejection by Towns.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now, here's Fox, following the miss by Jarrett Culver. Here's Russell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Russell's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Sacramento's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Hield outside. Four on the shot clock. The shot. And Lehman pulls it down.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
So going to the free throw line is Russell. off a quick dribble drive.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, D'Angelo Russell, to his credit, made the most of the move to Brooklyn. You know, he was dumped by the Lakers in 2017 in a trade to create cap space and ended up being selected to his first All-Star game in 19.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And he's good on the second.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Here's Towns. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Barnes. Here's Joseph. And it's in there.
Yeah, capable from the interior. When Joseph has the space needed to get a shot off, he uses it.
It's Russell with the drive. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
The Kings trail by 13. Outside, Joseph. Hernan Gomez against Parker. 6 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Barnes can't get it to go. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 12-4 run. Russell, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Tremendous balance by Russell. Takes on contact, finishes the play. We'll see if he can get the and one at the line.
This is his third trip to the free throw line. Free throw good, Russell. Here's Joseph. 27 seconds left to play here in the half. From 13, Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 5th rebound in this one. He's covered by Joseph. Pass to Russell. Over Parker. And that one released in time, but no good.
And Parker is just an extremely long player, a guy who really works his behind off on defense to contest every shot that he can.
D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, you got some scoring going in that first half. What did you take advantage of?
I'm just finding spots, not chasing it, letting it come to me. Just using what my teammates give me.
Productive half so far, Karl Anthony. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
They're just pulling down rebounds at will. Their aggressiveness has been dynamite, flying in from all angles. With rebounding, you assume that everything is a miss, and obviously they've taken that to heart.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotation. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Culver in at the three spot. And the three ball is good. And that's now 18 points for Karl Anthony Towns. The Kings trail by 19.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, three-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Now here's Bazemore following the miss by Jarrett Culver over Johnson. Bazemore misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Beasley for three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so Bazemore will bring it up for Sacramento. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Culver. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 11. Bazemore on the wing. Passes it to Bagley. Trying to get open is Len. Bagley, no good. Timberwolves leading by 18. Beasley inside. He's covered by Bazemore. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. The Timberwolves have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. Free throw, good, Beasley. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Fox dishes to Bagley. Back to Fox. Inside. And the dunk by Lamb.
Fox is a willing passer, always looking to find his teammates.
Timberwolves leading by 18. Now Culver. He's got 11. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Omari Spellman has come in for Minnesota. Here's Okogie, guarded by Fox. Okogie, the pass to Beasley. Here's Towns. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the Kings.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Bazemore misses.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The Kings trail by 20. Now, here's Fox. He's got 11. Buries the long-range jumper. Fox has got 14 points for the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Now, here's Culver. 13 points in the game. Towns, the pass to Spellman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Now here's Towns. 20 points for him. Okogie, the pass to Beasley. And the 3 off target. And the foul called on Omari Spellman. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Bjelica, he checks in for Sacramento. The Kings trail by 19. Fox kicks to Hield. It's Bjelica. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
And he knocks down the first one. Minnesota making a switch here. And so he makes both from the line. Timberwolves leading by 17. To the paint. Here's Spellman. Rebound by Bjelica. Bjelica's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Spellman. He makes the Johnny from the left block. And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings. Hield outside. Puts it up from 12. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Hield. 16 points for De'Aaron Fox. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. There's the pass to Okogie. Here's Spellman, covered by Hield. 5 on the clock. Spellman the pass to Culver. Shoots over Bazemore. Culver's shot is off. The Kings trail by 17. Healed outside. Len dishes to Bazemore. Shoots from 12. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Healed. The Timberwolves have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And he makes the first. Some changes for Sacramento. Parker comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Healed. And he makes both free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Outside, Fox. No good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Pass to Bogdanovic. Back to Fox. Pulls it up. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Pass to Spellman. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Len.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 16. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Fox has a lot of game. I mean, really good at distributing the ball, getting into the lane, and getting his guys involved.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. Barnes, he's checked in for Alex Len. Minnesota also making some changes. Hernan Gomez comes in for Amari Spellman. And Lehman subbed in for Josh Okogie. He's off on the second. Minnesota leading by 20. Here's Culver, and then Culver with the dunk.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
Timeout called by the Kings. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And the Kings making a change here. Joseph's checked in. Some of the great passing small forwards in the NBA on your screen right now. These are the assist leaders at that position in the past month. Second, Jarrett Culver.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post, because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Towns. Averaging about 23 points per, 19 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now here's Barnes. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the technical free throw is good. On defense, the Timberwolves. Parker, and the rejection by Towns. Here's Layman. He's covered by Joseph. And it's Towns missing. The Kings trail by 21. The three from Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Pass to Layman. Stolen by Joseph. And now Sacramento on the break. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Fox, he's checked in for Sacramento. Barnes left side. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 21. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Now the pass to Layman. Outside, Towns. Clock at 6. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. Hits the front of the rim and out. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. Lets it fly from 18. That's good from Fox on the assist by Barnes. And that's 19 points for De'Aaron Fox. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up three.
Take a break.
Defensively,
Take a break.
his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
No good on the free throw.
Put it simply, Parker is an outstanding player. I mean, somebody who puts the team ahead of himself, and all this guy wants to do is W-I-N.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Culver. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Russell against Bogdanovich, and good that time. Russell's got 18 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The Kings trail by 21. Fox kicks to Barnes. Back to Fox. Russell against Bogdanovich. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Minnesota making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The free throw drops for Towns.
Towns, the first overall pick in 2015, a future MVP candidate. I mean, he's lived up to the billing.
Fox passes to Parker. Lobbed up there for Fox. No good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
1:24 left in the third. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Bogdanovich passes to Fox. Here's the teardrop and the rejection by Towns.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Johnson. Offline with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Bogdanovich after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Fox. Looking to end the run. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Johnson in the corner. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Russell takes a 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Parker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bogdanovich dishes to Barnes. That shot no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Farrell. Harrison Barnes is out there with Holmes. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Giles in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
No good from Hernan Gomez.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Pass to Evans. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Ball stolen. And the Kings pushing it up now. Barnes got the ball. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Barnes really likes shooting off the dribble, has a fluid, effortless shooting motion, hard to defend.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. To the right side. Hernan Gomez finds Evans. Back to Hernan Gomez. Shoots over Holmes. Shots good by Hernan Gomez. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Farrell. From the wing. Crab pulls it in.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Down low. Shoot from the right block. Rebound by the Kings. Here's Barnes. He sinks the 11-footer. Barnes has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the quick release of Barnes is really something to behold, Kevin. A knockdown mid-range shooter who strokes it with confidence.
Minnesota calls timeout. Clark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Beasley against Teal, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First one falls for him. Joseph, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And Beasley drops both of them. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
It's tipped. The Kings have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Joseph against Russell. Nice D from Russell.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
To the inside, Beasley. Bazemore grabs the miss. Bazemore's got 5 rebounds tonight, and it's Joseph in the corner. No good on the triple. Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Russell passes to Culver. Here's Spellman. 6 to shoot. Culver's shot is off. Bazemore with it. Spellman the pass to Hernan Gomez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles, season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
De'Aaron Fox is checked in for the Kings. He hits the second from the line. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. A floater, and he gets the bucket. Fox has got 10 points in just the second half.
The handles of Fox, nasty. Remarkable at carving through the defense and creating shot opportunities for himself.
Timberwolves leading by 23. Culver kicks to Russell. Out to the right wing. Here's Spellman, guarded by Len. Tries from 10. Spellman, no good. The Kings have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Over Culver. Bazemore gets the bucket. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Here's Fox. He kicks to Bagley. And here's Len. Back to Fox. Over Russell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Fox. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Amari Spellman. Fox hits them both. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a 19-point lead. He dishes it to Culver. Towns against Len. Just 5 on the clock. Towns, the pass to Russell. Great D that time from Bagley.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Minnesota making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The wide open look here for Fox. No good on the quick 3. Minnesota leading by 19 points. Here's Beasley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
First free throw is good.
And that puts him right around 90 from the free throw line. Really good work here in the second half.
And both free throws good for Beasley. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Beasley for 3. No good on that one. So the Kings will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Fox, no good.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Inside, here's Johnson. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Beasley against Hield. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro level.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Fox against Russell. Fox passes to Hield. Beasley with the steal. Fast break, Minnesota. The finish, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic shot.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Misses from close range. And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Minnesota.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And you got to believe that's important, Greg. I mean, it's one thing to lose both games of an inter-conference series. It's a whole different story losing all 4 games to a team from your own conference.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
For a couple of years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
And the Kings making a change here. Joseph's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. They get the rebound, and it's Giles missing. Here's Minnesota. There's 42 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Reed. Low block shot. He squares up and sinks it.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Farrell kicks to Joseph. Back to Farrell. Out to the wing. Here's Giles. Yep, it counts.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Evans outside. The pass to Okogie. Now Crabbe. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns, you look so calm on the block. What has that focus been like for you?
Just being patient, waiting for my shot to come, not really forcing anything, but also being aggressive.
And you do both very well. Thanks, Kat. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.